Daily Words of God. What kind of representative feature is shown by Satan's work on man? You should know of this from your own experiences. Satan's most representative feature, the thing it does the most, the thing it tries to do with every single person. It has a feature that you perhaps cannot see, so that you do not think how frightful and hateful Satan is. Does anyone know what this feature is? Tell me.
Everything it does is done to harm man.
It does things to harm man. How does it harm man? Can you show me more specifically and in more detail?
It seduces, entices, and tempts man.
That's right. This shows several aspects. Any more?
It deludes man.
It deludes, attacks, and accuses. Yes, all of these. Are there any more?
It tells lies.
Cheating and lying comes most naturally to Satan. It does it so often that lies flow from its mouth without it even needing to think. Any more?
It sows dissension.
This one is not so important. I will describe something to you that will terrify you, but I do not do it to scare you. God works on man, and man is cherished in both God's attitude and his heart. On the contrary, does Satan cherish man? It does not cherish man. What does it want with man? It wants to harm man. All it thinks about is harming man. Isn't that right? So when it is mulling over harming man, does it do so in a pressing state of mind?
Yes.
So when it comes to Satan's work on man, here I have two words that can amply describe the malicious and evil nature of Satan, that can truly allow you to know the hatefulness of Satan. In Satan's approach to man, it always wants to forcefully occupy and attach itself to each of them so that it can get to the point where it is completely in control of man, harming man, so that it can achieve this objective and wild ambition. What does forcefully occupy mean? Does it happen with your consent or without your consent? Does it happen with your knowing or without your knowing? It is completely without your knowing. In situations where you are unaware, possibly when it has not said anything, or possibly when it has not done anything, when there is no premise, no context, there it is around you, surrounding you. It looks for an opportunity to exploit. Then it forcefully occupies you, attaches itself to you, achieving its objective of being completely in control of you and harming you. This is a most typical intention and behavior in Satan's fight against God for mankind. How do you feel when you hear this?
Terrified and fearful in our hearts.
Do you feel disgusted?
Yes, we feel disgusted.
So when you feel disgusted, do you think Satan is shameless? When you think Satan is shameless, do you then feel disgusted with those people around you who always want to control you, those with wild ambitions for status and interests?
Yes.
So what methods does Satan use to forcefully attach itself to and occupy man? Are you clear on this? When you hear these two words of forceful occupation and attaching, you get this feeling of strangeness and disgust, don't you? Do you get a taste of their evil flavor? Without either your consent or your knowledge, it attaches itself to you, occupies you, and corrupts you. What can you taste in your heart? Loathing?
Yes.
Disgust?
Yes.
So when you feel this loathing and disgust for this way of Satan, what kind of feeling do you have for God?
Thankful.
Thankful to God for saving you. So now, at this moment, do you have the desire or the will to let God take charge of your all, to dominate your all?
Yes.
In what context? Do you say yes because you are afraid of being forcefully occupied and attached to by Satan? You cannot have this kind of mentality. It is not right. Do not be afraid. God is here. There is nothing to be afraid of, right? Once you have understood the evil essence of Satan, you should have a more accurate understanding or a deeper cherishment of God's love, God's good intentions, God's compassion and leniency for man, and his righteous disposition. Satan is so hateful, yet if this still does not inspire your love of God and your reliance on and trust in God, then what kind of person would you be? Are you willing to let Satan harm you so? After seeing the evil and hideousness of Satan, we turn it around and look then at God. Has your knowledge of God now undergone any change? Can we say God is holy? Can we say God is flawless? God is unique holiness. Can God bear up under this title?
Yes.
So in the world and among all things, is it only God himself that can bear up under this understanding of man's? Are there any others?
No.
So what exactly does God give to man? Does he only give you a little care, concern, and consideration when you are not paying attention? What has God given to man? God has given life to man, given man everything, and bestows on man unconditionally without demanding anything, without any ulterior intention. He uses the truth, uses his words, uses his life to lead and guide man, bringing man away from the harm of Satan, away from Satan's temptations, away from Satan's seduction, and allowing man to see clearly through Satan's evil nature and its hideous face. So is God's love and concern for mankind true? Is it something that every one of you can experience?
Yes.